Good morning. Extremely sorry for delay in starting the program due to some technical reasons. On behalf of Wildlife Research and Training Center, Gorewada Rescue Center, Maharashtra Animal and Fishery Sciences University, Forest Development Corporation of Maharashtra, Department of Forest, Government of Maharashtra, and of course the Association of Indian Zoos and Wildlife Veterinarians, Bareilly, I welcome you all. Starting the program due to some technical reasons. On behalf of Wildlife. So we'll be beginning our program with the university song. I request all present in the hall to please rise for the university song. All are requested to be seated, please. Now, after 2 days of marathon sessions, we are approaching the concluding part of this online international conference, WILDCON 2020, the plenary and concluding session. We are fortunate to have our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Maharashtra Animal and Fishery Sciences University, Nagpur, Colonel Dr. Professor A.M. Patulkar sir as the chief guest of today's function. Similarly, we have Honorable Director Instructions and Dean Faculty of Veterinary Science, MAPSU Nagpur, Dr. A.P. Somkur sir as the chairman of today's function. And we also have Shri Pramod Panjbhai, Divisional Manager, Gorewada Rescue Center, Nagpur. So we begin our proceedings by welcoming our guests. I request Dr. Khandekar, the Joint Organizing Secretary, to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor by offering a bouquet. Thank you. Now, may I request Dr. Ajay Gawande, our executive member, to welcome Dr. Somkur sir. I request our executive member, joint organizing secretary, Dr. Shalaka Salbekar Chavan, to welcome Shri Panchabhai sir. Thank you. We have been together for last 2 days with the marathon technical sessions. Initially, we thought that 2 days are enough, but as the proceedings or our sessions proceeded, the response which we received, we thought that conference could have been a little more, maybe by a day or two. We started on 18th of December, early morning. In theme session, we had one paper by Padma Shri Dr. K.K. Sarma, Professor, Guwahati, on rescue of stray and injured large mammals, elephant, rhinos, bisons, etc. Then we had technical session 1, that is conflict, rescue and rehabilitation, wherein there were 3 lead papers by respectively Dr. Fabiola Posada from South Africa, Dr. Paolo Martelli from Hong Kong, and Dr. Parag Nigam, WII Dehradun. In this session, we had 27 abstracts. Actually, number of abstracts were much more, but what we could accommodate during our sessions, looking to the time constraints, there were 27 abstracts. Then in session 2, the technical session 2, wildlife health and management session, we had 2 lead papers from Dr. Romain Pizzi and then Dr. Edward Ramsey from USA. In this session, we had total 138 abstracts. So it was a huge response for this particular session. Then on second day, that is on 19th, we had zoo biology and conservation session, wherein there were 7 lead papers. We could not stop ourselves from presenting all these lead papers because they were very, very informative. And so the organizing committee thought that all the papers, lead papers, should be included. So 7 speakers were Steve Coyle from Phoenix Zoo, Dr. Ravi Kiran Govekar, Field Director, Pench Tiger Reserve, then Mrs. Lina Jilpe Hate, Heritage Conservation, Dr. Mui Moi Ong from Myanmar, Dr. Arun Shah from Wildlife SOS, Bangalore, Dr. Khaim Umar from UK. In this session, besides 7 lead papers, there were total 45 abstracts. Then the last session was on conservation, biotechnology and forensics. Again, there were 4 lead papers. Dr. Ajay Gaur, Professor Bill Holt, Dr. Pierre Comezili, Dr. Naimeo Shiu, and one more lead paper from WII Dehradun, Dr. Mondal. In this session, we had total 35 abstracts. We also analyzed, because when we started WILDCON 2020, it was an idea. The Association of Indian Zoos and Wildlife Veterinarians, they have conducted so many conferences till date. but mostly what used to happen was veterinarians involvement was major, or mostly all the conferences were gathering around that all the stakeholders of the wildlife conservation, the forest officials, the conservationists, veterinarians, then zoo biologists, everybody should be involved. We also thought that zookeepers, they are very important component of any zoo, but they do not get many a times good platform to present their things. And when we talk about conservation, everything has to come together. So our idea was to have a WILDCON, an international conference where we gather everybody and anybody, including the students. And for that reason, specifically, we invited all these people and we tried to gather the papers and lead papers, of course, from all these stakeholders for betterment of conservation of wildlife. So in our first session, that is Conflict Rescue and Rehabilitation Center, there were 15 papers from veterinarians, 10 papers from biologists, and 2 papers from forests. Then in wildlife health management session, we had 126 papers from veterinarians, 6 papers from biologists, and 6 papers from forest officials. Then in zoo biology and conservation session, we had 14 papers from veterinarians, and I'm very happy that there were 26 papers from biologists. And of course, again, involvement of forest was very good. 15 papers from forest department. Then conservation, biology, and forensics, 27 papers from veterinarians, 8 from biologists, and 2 from forests. In poster session, we had 35 from veterinarians and 2 from biologists. So total 282 abstracts or papers we have received. We have published them in the form of compendium. Of course, we are really sorry that we could not accommodate all the abstract for actual or online presentation due to our time constraints. But nevertheless, we have published them in compendium, and I appreciate and thanks for everybody who has submitted the abstract. So thank you all. So overall, it was a very productive and successful conference, should I say. Now, out of this conference, since it was an online conference, there were some constraints also. So chairman, rapporteur, we had selected who were online, and they were sitting and judging the cases or observing and taking out their conclusions and recommendations. So in brief, I would like to let everybody know regarding these conclusions and recommendations. Of course, immediately after this, we'll be collecting that information in more proper format from the respective chairman and rapporteur, and will be submitting the recommendations to the government for appropriate action, let it be state government or central government. But to name a few, in session 2, the first conclusion recommendation was requirement of latest novel or advanced tranquilizing drugs be made available at the wildlife health centers. Then establishment of transit treatment center with good infrastructure for first aid, diagnostic modalities, treatment and surgical intervention at every district having good wildlife population. Especially we have been recommending this, or the panel has decided to do this, because in Maharashtra, in Vidarbha, and so also in other part of countries where there are more pockets of wildlife, we need to strengthen this wildlife instead of just relying only on the field veterinarians who are also serving for domestic animals. So if we have such transit center, because we require some specific facilities for wildlife, so if we do that, definitely it will go a long way in wildlife conservation. Then regular training of forest guards, veterinarians, and rapid response team by experts in the field for prompt intervention and rescue of wild animals involved in man-animal conflict or in distress. This is another important conclusion and recommendation. We'll be refining all these, as I have said earlier. Then awareness and sensitization of people living in close proximity to forest with a view to encourage coexistence needs more emphasis. Of course, we are all doing that, but it needs more emphasis. That is wildlife health management, creating facilities for treatment to be in tune with the latest advancements for conservative and surgical care of wildlife. And another is multimodal analgesia therapy to be used for pain management in wildlife, because we come across variety of species and let them be carnivores, omnivores, herbivores. So accordingly, we'll have to be very, very judicious. Then in zoo biology conservation session, cheap natural enrichment be provided to captive animals to minimize the aberrant behaviors, wherein we have been talking about different behaviors or aberrant behaviors of animal. So we need to really think over it and provide the enrichment and make them as comfortable as possible, since we are not able to release them back all. Then animal welfare, ethics, and cognitive ethology to be considered as an important part while taking decisions pertaining to the treatment of wildlife. And in final session, that is conservation by biotechnology and forensics, use of advanced diagnostics as an aid in deciphering cases of poaching and wildlife crime with the help of forensic science, and need of the art to fill the gap between technology and wildlife conservation by creating genome resource banking to decipher wildlife crime and conservation efforts. So we'll be coming up with the recommendations, as I said, by refining very shortly. Now, when this idea of arranging WILDCON 2020 came to my mind, we had decided to do it physically. So we were very enthusiastic that Nagpur would be hosting, and Wildlife Research and Training Center, our Gorewada Rescue Center, we are very new, and we wanted to have better exposure for ourselves as well as for the other people. So we wanted to have this WILDCON physical one. Unfortunately, because of COVID pandemic, we could not do, and we did it in online platform. We had faced a lot of problems in organizing, but I'm thankful to my all colleagues of the organizing committee who have worked day and night for this. And I would like to appreciate them, and I request the dignitaries to felicitate them or to say appreciate them by offering memento. First of all, I call upon Dr. V.M. Dhoot, the co-organizing secretary. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor sir to give a memento to Dr. Dhoot, please. Second is again Dr. G.R. Bhojne, is co-organizing secretary. I request again VC sir to appreciate Dr. Bhojne's efforts. Then our joint organizing secretary, Dr. G.S. Khandekar, again I request VC sir to please appreciate Khandekar sir's efforts. He is professor in Mumbai Veterinary College. So he has come over here, Dr. Khandekar, and then followed by Dr. Shalaka Chauhan. They have come from their place and they have helped us like anything. And this is our team, whole technical committee or the organizing committee, without which this conference would not have been a success. I request VC sir to appreciate Dr. Shalaka Chauhan Salvekar, please. Then Dr. Sujit Kolangat, he was our treasurer. I request Somkur sir to appreciate and felicitate Dr. Sujit Kolangat, please. Then our executive members, Dr. Ajay Gawande, may I request again VC sir to please appreciate Dr. Gawande's efforts. Next is Dr. Mayur Paushe. So we have a young brigade who have been working for wildlife conservation. I would like to appreciate their efforts. I request Somkur sir to please felicitate Mayur Paushe sir. Appreciate rather, I'm using the word appreciate. Thank you, sir. Then Somkur sir again is requested to appreciate Dr. Shalini. She is a physician working with Wildlife Research and Training Center. Then Dr. Sunil Bavaskar, Officer in Charge, Maharaj Bagh Zoo, Nagpur. I request Somkur sir to appreciate and felicitate Dr. Bavaskar. Then Shri Kundan Hate. I request Somkur sir again to felicitate Mr. Kundan Hate. He is member Wildlife Advisory Board Maharashtra, and he was also a backbone in organizing everything. Dr. Subodh Nandagauli, Wildlife Veterinarian, Department of Forest, Nagpur. I request Somkur sir to felicitate Dr. Nandagauli. Dr. Ravikant Khobragade. Now may I request our divisional manager, Panchabhai sir, to felicitate Dr. Ravi Khobragade. Vineet Arora, the Secretary of Srushti Paryavaran Mandal, Nagpur. I request Panchabhai sir only to felicitate him. And finally, Shri Avinash Londe is a member of Birds of Vidarbha, Nagpur. So this is a team because of which we could organize, plan and implement the things. So Avinash Londe, Panchabhai sir is requested to felicitate him. So behind organizing secretary, this was the team who have wholeheartedly and day-night worked along with my dear students. So I thank everyone, Dr. Kalyani, Dr. Tista, Dr. Ushma, Dr. Ambika and everybody. So if I'm taking one name, I may be missing other name, and so kindly excuse me for that. But it was a huge conference and huge success as we perceive. When the conference was thought on online, still Dr. B.M. Arora, the chairman of Association of Indian Zoos and Wildlife Veterinarians, he had promised us to come over here in spite of his ill health. But again, due to some problems at the 11th hour, he could not join us. And then he sent his message for inauguration also. And he is available with us again in concluding session online. So let us hear from the chairman, Dr. B.M. Arora.
Very good morning to all. I hearty welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor, Colonel Dr. Professor A.M. Patulkar, Maharashtra Animal and Fishery Sciences University, Nagpur, as Chairman, and Shri Prabhunath Shukla, DCF, Nagpur, as a Chief Guest of this plenary session. I thank you all for giving me the honor to respect and recognize the various contributions on different facets of wildlife conservation and health management by individuals who have sacrificed their personal comforts and social milieu. Sir, the Association of Indian Zoo and Wildlife Veterinarians put on record the untiring efforts made by S.V. Upadhyay, Dr. V.M. Dhoot, and Dr. Bhojne, leading to a grand success of this international conference organized by Wildlife Research and Training Center, Nagpur, in collaboration with the Association of Indian shall facilitate them for their untiring efforts to make the international program successful in due course. I congratulate the whole organizing committee of this conference. I am confident that the outcome of this international conference will be very useful in drafting future policies and conservation and management for investigation and diagnosis of various causes of human wildlife conflict as well as morbidity and mortality of the diseases. On behalf of the association, I am happy to announce that the next international conference will be organized by AIZWV in collaboration with the West Bengal University of Animal and Fishery Sciences, Bulgaria, Calcutta during 2021. Its detail will be made available soon on AIZWV official website. I wish you all happy and prosperous New Year 2021. Thanking you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. As I have said, it is not a work of a single person. My whole executive committee, my dear students, all were with me. Chetan Paton, Dr. Mayur Kate, Dr. Bilal, Dr. Samiksha, Dr. Kriti, Dr. Aditya, and so on. So I give credit to all to these people who have really helped us and made this conference a success. Now, moving forward, may I request the chairman of today's function, Dr. Somkuar sir, to say a few words on this occasion.
Good afternoon, one and all. With us we are having Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Colonel Professor M. Patulkar Sir, Sri P.B. Panchabhai, D.M. Gorewada, and other officials, and also online those who are available, officials from the WILDCON Society and members. Really, it's a great pleasure that we are having at the concluding session, and we find that it has been told to me that 17 lead papers and 282 abstracts, they were there in the conference, and as told by organizing secretary that because of the time constraints and many of them they could not be included. So hope this was a very hectic and very descriptive and discussion type of conference, though it is not in person, but online also there was a huge response, and they have come up with WILDCON compendium that have been inaugurated on the first day. I hope that the budding scientists in all the fields, and it has been told from the wildlife side and from the veterinary side, when they come together, definitely they will benefit to the wildlife society and wildlife in search. There are so many problems that have been discussed during last 2 days, and now I hope as the recommendations they are coming up, apart from the recommendations, whatever they have discussed during these 2 days, so young scientists and young veterinarians, they get a path to go forward, a way forward, so that they can walk on the path, and there are various ways. As I was discussing in the morning, which we Panchabhai, that there are various ways by which the veterinarians they can have a role in conservation and again various parts of the wildlife also. So by this way, to this platform, I appeal all the veterinarians that they can find a way to conserve the wildlife of the India, not only in the India, but across the globe they can have their careers. So here, lastly, just I would like to say that yes, it was a very good conference, and for this purpose, I congratulate organizing secretary and his team for successful organization of this conference. Once again, I congratulate team Thank you very much, and thanks for giving me an opportunity to say a few words. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. As we are congratulating, or rather everybody is congratulating on holding an online conference by veterinarians or technical persons is a very difficult task and Herculean task, especially we the technocrats involved in, let it be veterinary field or medical field, whatever. Holding an online conference requires a specialist, and we were very fortunate to have a veterinarian amongst us who is a veterinary surgeon as well as a software expert. I must put on record the appreciation and our indebtedness to Dr. Arvind Chauhan, who was with us. So right from registration till the concluding session, every credit I give it to him. So Arvind Chauhan was really helpful for us. So being besides veterinarian, he's a software engineer, and we are proud that he is with us and helping us. Similarly, but since he could not join us as an organizing secretary, and on his behalf, I would be reading the awards. We had declared that there would be first, second, and third award in each session. But during this journey, there were a few recommendations from the panel that at some places, instead of three, one or two awards have been selected more. So in first session, conflict, rescue, and rehabilitation, the first award goes to Dr. Aditi Sharma, Senior Veterinary Officer, Rajaji Tiger Reserve, India. Her topic was understanding and addressing the drivers of human-wildlife conflict and recent mitigation efforts in Uttarakhand. Then second award, Jagruti Roy and Ashish Kumar Jha, Department of Zoology, Hislop College, on rescue of stingless bee colonies during deforestation and innovative method for conservation. Third award goes to Kundan Hate, member Wildlife Advisory Board, Maharashtra, on his paper Establishment of Transit Treatment Center, Nagpur Forest Division, Nagpur. And the fourth award to Dr. Tista Joseph, Wildlife Research and Training Center, Management of Paraparesis in an Indian jackal, Canis aureus indicus. In next session, Wildlife Health and Management, the first award goes to Dr. Ankur Sharma, S. Sood, H.R. Bharadwaj, A. Kumar, M. Singh, and D.K. Dwivedi. Division of Veterinary Surgery and Radiology, Jammu, on ophthalmic examination for reduced vision in a leopard, Panthera pardus. Second award, M. Veeraselvam, P. Selvaraj, S. Yogeshwar Priya, M. Sarvanan, M. Venkatesan, K. Jayalakshmi, P. K. Ramkumar, on exotic animal medicine referral clinic, Department of Veterinary Medicine, Veterinary College and Research Institute, Tanjavur. The paper was Spirosarcosis in a rescued monitor lizard and its endoscopic diagnosis and management. And in the same session, second prize goes to Ushma Patel, B.M. Gehlot, S.V. Upadhyay, P.T. Jadhav, S.B. Akhre, Shalaka Salvekar, and Gauri Khante, Nagpur Veterinary College, on surgical management of avian long bone fractures using intramedullary pinning alone in comparison to intramedullary pinning and polymethyl methacrylate. Then third prize, Umar Nazir Zahid, Dil Mohammad Magdumi, A.M. Pavde, K.N. Vishwas, K. Mahendran, Rashid Yahat Nashak, Rauf Zargar, and M.A. Ghazi, Sher Kashmir University of Agricultural Science and Technology, Kashmir, on the paper Unpredicted Mortality of Spotted Deer at Mini Zoo, Pahalgam, Kashmir, during pre-seasonal heavy snowfall diagnosis, treatment, rescue, and control. In the same session, we have two more awards at third place. J. Singh, S. Malik, S. L. Ali, N. Gada, S. Meshram, K. Jambagi, and Bijendra Sahu from Kamadhenu Vishwavidyalaya, Durg, on therapeutic management of infectious stomatitis in an Indian rock python. And one more paper in this session has been adjudged for third position. It is from S. D. Raibole, Dharma Raibole, G. S. Khandekar, S. A. Chauhan, S. D. Tripathi from Mumbai Veterinary College on the paper Successful Management of Various Surgical Affections in Reptiles, a retrospective study. Then next session was Zoo Biology and Conservation. The first position or first award goes to Kolangath SM, Paushe MD, Shalini AS, Upadhyay SV, and Dhoot VM, WRTC Nagpur, on bamboo plantation as a natural enrichment in leopard Panthera pardus enclosure. Then second position, the second award goes to Suvarna Kavle, SS Bavaskar, and AB Modghare of Maharaj Bagh Zoo, College of Agriculture, on feeding enrichment of sloth bear Melarsus arsinus at Maharaj Bagh Zoo. On third position, the award goes to Shaurya Gupta and Devendra Kumar, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, for creating a database for animal using cloud online for care of wild animals. Then in conservation, biotechnology, and forensic session, the first award goes to G. S. Ajit Kumar, S. Nand Kumar, C. S. Jay Kumar, and P. R. Pratyush, Division of Biotechnology and Center for Wildlife Sciences, SAID, Government of Kerala, first ranking. The paper was Sample and Sampling, a key to diagnosis of elephant endotheliotropic herpes virus infection. Then in this session, second award goes to Dr. M. D. Paushe, M. S. Patil, A. P. Gawande, S. M. Kolangath, S. V. Upadhyay, V. M. Dhoot, Syed Bilal Ali, A. Shalini, C. V. Patund, and M. R. Kate, all from WRTC or Transit Treatment Center. The second prize, Vaginal Cytology in a Tigress, Panthera tigris tigris. Then third prize goes to Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun, Lalian Puli Kaulini, Sanath Krishna Mulia, Priyanka Datta, Mujibur Rahman, Vishnu Priya Kolipakam, T. K. Datta, Belinda Vekchia, Kafil Hussain, Kwamar Qureshi, and Yadavendra Dev Jala for the paper Antimicrobial Resistance Profiles and Molecular Phylogeny of ESBL determinant genes in Escherichia coli in camp elephants of Karnataka. And in third position, Kolangath SM, Paushe MD, Upadhyay SV, Dhoot VM, Gawande AP, and Shalini AS of WRTC Nagpur for successful posthumous epididymal sperm retrieval from spotted deer. In poster session, the first award goes to S. S. Jadhav and S. Everett of Jivdaya Charitable Trust, Ahmedabad, for feather implantation in Shikara. Second poster award goes to Ramesh Pandey, Abhijit Bawal, Vikas Jaiswal, Harshita Raghav, and Sonu Sharma of National Zoological Park, New Delhi, for their poster Therapeutic Management of Canine Transmissible Venereal Tumor in Indian Grey Wolf, a case study. The judges have found another paper or poster rather for second prize, that is from U. M. Tumlam, M. M. Paude, C. S. Mote, R. V. Jadhav, S. J. Varshate, S. R. Varke, P. P. Mase, and D. M. Muglikar, Department of Veterinary Microbiology, KNPSC Shirwal, for the poster Isolation and Identification of S. persistens from marsh crocodile, a case report. Then on third position for poster, it goes to Mayur Kate, Syed Bilal Ali, Prabhunath Shukla, K. Hate and V.J. Arora, Transit Treatment Center, Nagpur, Forest Division. So this is third award for poster session. Successful reunion of leopard cub with her mother. And finally, again, one more poster has been adjusted for the third position. Dr. Sanjay J. Gaikwad, Regional Joint Commissioner of Animal Husbandry, Aurangabad, for his paper, Extraction of Ectopic Tooth in an Incisor, Ectopic Tooth in a Macaque Monkey. So these are the awards. I congratulate all for on behalf of the organizing committee. When we started on day one, from 18th, so well before that, the preparations were on. And I'm really thankful and grateful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Colonel Dr. Professor Paturkar sir, for his wholehearted support right from beginning of the journey of WILDCON 2020. So as we are coming to the concluding part of it, as an organizing secretary from my entire team and from even on the behalf of Association of Indian Zoo and Wildlife Veterinarian, I am expressing my gratitude, sir. May I request you to have your few words and blessings on this occasion. Paturkar sir, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Somko, Dean is here. The Punjabai, Division Manager, whatever Appointed Nagpur, Dr. Upadhyay, Organizing Secretary, and his team, Dr. Dhoot, Dr. Bhojne, Dr. Gavande, Dr. Khandekar, and all the members. All the Dr. Arora, especially in spite of his age, he is so active and giving you the guidance. All the members of the Zoo Association, Zoo Veterinarians Association, all the staff, students of Vadevara, Nagpur Veterinary College and MAPSU, all the staff from Forest Department who are directly or indirectly involved in organization of this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, congratulations to all the winners who has presented their papers. This COVID has taught us so many things, and this online conference we never thought, online meetings we never thought before 2019. Now we are organizing it successfully. So it is but just the need of the hour to what we can do the best. And even nothing has stopped, means the COVID has not stopped. It has interrupted our life for a short period of time. But everything is going on. Online teaching is going on. Online conferences are held. Online meetings are held. So it is possible. And because of that, we are saving the time, traveling time, we are saving the money, we are saving everything. And the stress of traveling. So definitely it is going to boost the work load or work time of the person. I must congratulate Dr. Upadhyay and his team to organize this conference nicely with presentation of or research of 280 more papers with 16 new papers and so on. We can do a lot of things in our rescue center also. In the inauguration session, we have discussed this with the forest officials, and definitely we want to take our center as #1 center, not only in country in Asia. So what we can do the best, come out with the projects, come out with the proposals. Even yesterday I have spoken with Vasudevan sir. So he has agreed to set up the laboratory at the earliest and purchase of equipment. Organize the meeting. Definitely we will have all the equipment at place and we can start doing analysis at that place only. Once again, I must thank everybody for giving me this opportunity, especially Association of True Veterinarians and Dr. Arora and Dr. Upadhyay for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you very much, sir. Now again, we are going or marching ahead toward the terminal part of this concluding program. But this program, everybody is showering the blessings or congratulating, but that would not have been possible because of efforts of lot of people. And I will fail in my duties if I do not thank them. Of course, I have repeatedly said, but I may be missing some names which were very, very important for us. So to have a vote of thanks, I call upon our co-organizing secretary, Dr. Gautam Bhojne, to offer vote of thanks. Dr. Bhojne, please.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all, honorable dignitaries on the podium and dear friends. No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. I, Dr. Bhojne, co-organizing secretary, deem it a great honor to propose the vote of thanks for the plenary session of Online International Conference WILDCON 2020. We have just witnessed a pleasing confluence and a brainstorming discussion over the last few days. I am happy that the efforts of Team WRTC have borne fruits and we are greatly satisfied with the efforts. In the plenary session, let me first congratulate all the participants and the presenters who have presented in various sessions of WILDCON 2020. For me, you all are winners and there's nothing I wish to take away from anyone. I take the opportunity to thank our guests for accepting our invitation and gracing this plenary session of WILDCON 2020. On behalf of the organizing committee, we express our most sincere thanks to our beloved Vice Chancellor, Honorable Colonel Dr. Paturkar Sir, Mapsur, Nagpur. He has been instrumental in facilitation and organization of WILDCON 2020. Thank you, sir, for your all encouragement. We extend our sincere gratitude to honorable patrons, Dr. N. Rambabu, sir, Honorable PCCF, Head of the Forest Force, Maharashtra State, Sri N.H. Kakodkar, sir, Honorable PCCF, Wildlife, Maharashtra State. We express our most sincere thanks to beloved Vice Chancellor, Dau Sri Vasudev Chandrakar Vishwavidyalaya, Durg, Chhattisgarh, Honorable Dr. Dakshinkar sir, for accepting our invitation and sparing his valuable time for the WILDCON 2020. We are thankful to Sri N. Vasudevan sir, Honorable FDCM Limited, Nagpur, and Dr. A.P. Somkuar sir, DIA and Dean, WED, Maharashtra and Fisheries Science University, Nagpur. We also extend our gratitude to Srinivas Rao, Chief General Manager, Meera Iyer Madam, and Sri Rishikesh Ranjan Sir, GM, officials of the FDCM for their valuable presence and cooperation during the event and also in routine activities of WRTC and Gorewala Rescue Center. I am grateful to the Association of Indian Zoo and Wildlife Veterinarians for giving us the opportunity to conduct WILDCON 2020. We are very indebted to Dr. Professor B.M. Arora sir for his consistent encouragement and motivation. We thank the office bearers of Association of Indian Zoo and Wildlife Veterinarians for their cooperation extended in conduct of all these events. We are extremely grateful to Dr. Prabhunath Shukla, DCF Seminary Hills, Nagpur, for providing necessary facilities for conduction of WILDCON 2020. Our association with you has always been very fruitful for the wildlife conservation, sir. The organizing committee all extends its most sincere gratitude to University Officer, Director Research, Dr. Kurkure sir, Director of Extension Education, Dr. Ayer sir, Dean Lower Education, Dr. Jadhav sir, Registrar and Comptroller, Sri Rao sir, Associate Dean NVC Nagpur, Dr. Kavitkar sir, and Associate Dean Fishery College, Dr. Borde sir, for the valuable cooperation extended in facilitating the organization of WILDCON 2020. WILDCON 2020 hosted 17 speakers from around the world who presented on various issues of the wildlife. We are indebted to Dr. Paolo Martilla from Hong Kong, Dr. Piri Comezoli from US, Stevie Coyley from US, Dr. Edward Ramsey from US, Dr. Fabiola Quesada from South Africa, Dr. Kaini Umar from United Kingdom, Dr. Roman Pizzi from United Kingdom, Professor Bill Hall, again from United Kingdom, and Dr. Nam Mo Shiu from Myanmar, and Dr. Momo Aung from the Myanmar. We also thank to Dr. K.K. Sharma, Assam, Dr. Arun Shah from Wildlife SOS, Dr. Ajay Gaur from CCMB Hyderabad, Dr. Parag Nigam from Wildlife Institute, Dehradun, Dr. Ravi Kiran Goekar sir from as a Field Director Page Tadoba, and Leena Hate ma'am for the Heritage Conservation Nagpur, and Samrat Mondal, again from WII Dehradun, for their wonderful presentation and deliberation. We thank all the chairmen and the rapporteurs of various sessions for their cooperation in conduct of these sessions. We cannot forget Sri P.B. Panchabai sir, DM Gorewada project, and his team for the precious cooperation extended for the organization of the WILDCON 2020. On behalf of the organizing committee, WILDCON 2020, I express my sincere gratitude to Dr. G.S. Khandekar sir, Dr. Arvind Chauhan, and Dr. Shalaka Chauhan for all the efforts they have taken to ensure a hassle-free registration and execution of the program. I am thankful to my colleagues who have shouldered responsibility to successfully conduct WILDCON 2020. I thank Dr. D.S. Raghuvanshi, Dr. S.B. Akre, Dr. M.S. Patil, Dr. P.A. Temburne, Dr. Bhageshri Badane, Dr. C.G. Panchabai, Dr. Gauri Khante, Dr. Meenakshi Bavaskar, Dr. Prachi Taksande, and Dr. R.S. Garde. I extend my sincere thanks to my colleagues, Dr. Sunil Bavaskar, Dr. Ravikant Khobragade, and Dr. Abhijit Modgare for their wholehearted participation to make this program a success. Dr. Chetan Patun, Dr. Mayur Kate, and Dr. Syed Bilal for their wholehearted participation and cooperation in facilitating the conduction of WILDCON 2020. I am thankful to Sri Kundan Hate and his team, volunteers Siddharth More, Samir Nevare, Saurabh Sukhdev, Chetan Jain, and Manoj Rangari for the active participation and ready help extended to conduct this program. I extend my sincere thanks to Sri Vinit Arora and Sri Avinash Londe for their active participation in planning and execution of this event. Our association with them is over a decade now, and we have always recognized a ready help in them. Students are the workforce who made this mammoth task possible. I would have not thought of organizing a program like without their dedicated work and enthusiasm. Let me thank Dr. Kalyani, Dr. Tista, Dr. Ushma, Dr. Ambika, Dr. Kirti, Dr. Samiksha, and Dr. Aditya. We are humbled to have more than 1,000 registrations for WILDCON 2020. I thank all the delegates who joined from different parts of the world. I congratulate the presenters who have presented their work and made this conference a success. We are humbled to have the 1,000 registration for WILDCON 2020. I, on my personal behalf, thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to express the vote of thanks, and with the permission of the chair, and dignitaries, I declare the conference is over. We conclude the session with the national anthem. So all are requested to rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय हिंद.
चंद्र राजा